everybody, this is Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing the tactical first-person shooter, Warface. Let me see your Warface. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk like that through the rest of this video. This is another free-to-play game. It was originally developed by Crytek and published by Tencent and released all the way back in August 16th of 2011 on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, and the Nintendo Switch has a version of it. Now, the only reason why I'm actually reviewing this game is it's got a couple points I've got to point out to people, and also the fact that they have actually kept adding new content to this game. First of all, it is a typical first-person group, first-person military shooter, kind of like most deathmatch style games, and it does have different classes that you can play as. Some characters you can build at the very beginning. They're kind of lame. It just focuses on picking a different head of a character and picking them as either male or female, even though I do have to admit they kind of get a little over-sexualized with the female character's body proportions in this, but that's not really the issue with it. First of all, it is a fun game, and it does give you enough different modes and abilities to make it for a fun time. It has the ability of a co-op play, your normal deathmatch, your free-for-alls and stuff like that. Nice assortment of different weapons, and most part the weapons handle pretty good. Some of them seem to have a spray and pray mentality to them. But I'll get to that in a minute. It has like a slide mechanic, a vault mechanic, and also a buddy push mechanic. So like if there's a wall too high, there'll be a little icon. If you get next to it and you press your button, you can help the guy over the wall, and they can help you over it as well, which is kind of cool. But this is the instance where I have to actually say the reason why I'm doing this review is I want to warn you about this game. Warface, by far, is one of the most heavy-handed, pay-to-win, loot box-infested, free-to-play games I've ever seen in quite a long time. First of all, if you actually try to play this game, you can have fun without paying any money on it, but your level to upgrade to unlock stuff is very slow on the progression side, and they seem to have multiple different currencies in this title, which is always a number one sure-cut sign that something is wrong with the title, that it was built with money-making in mind. I mean, multiple currencies. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand you have to make money on a free-to-play game somehow, but this is not the way to do it. Here lately I've been doing a lot of free-to-play games, and a lot of them have actually done the microtransactions in a fairly clever and a correct way. This is not a correct way to do it. Multiple currencies, certain weapons that can only be bought with real money, with the crowns or whatever they're called. I mean, you get like gold crowns, which you can use to buy stuff. You get cash you can buy stuff with. And then you get these coins, these currency. I'm just going to call them coins. They got K's on them. And so, most of the best weapons are locked behind huge paywalls where you have to pay real money to get. So it is a definite pay-to-win game. And in fact, if you're one of these suckers out there that has $100 that you just want to blow on a first-person shooter, it has nothing to do with being the best in this. It has to do with pay-to-win mechanics of you buying certain weapons that are the best in this game that can pretty much take down the people with armor in one or two shots, even not even headshots. And then the other thing is the level designs. While there are a lot of different levels and they look fairly decent in terms of graphics, most of the levels consist of an open area and 3 to 4 corridor areas that will pretty much funnel you into choke points. And once you memorize the levels, there's certain key spots where you can just camp out and hide and wait for some enemy to walk past you and shoot him in the ass and kill him. And that's not really a good level design in my book on that. And there does seem to be some latency issues. There's some burps, as I call it. As you're playing through the game, you'll notice that there'll be like little sputters in maybe because of the netcode or something. I don't know. It's not the worst I've played for an online game. game, but it's not the most smoothest. It happens throughout a match to where, you're going and all of a sudden it'll burp for a minute and like pause, and it'll just carry on. So it's nothing that'll destroy the game itself and playing it, but it's something that's very noticeable. And for a game this old, I'm kind of sad to say that this isn't something they've fixed. But the store sure works just great. Hell, there's like 3 different ways to get into the store to spend real money in this game. I mean, you'll go and right from the start, it's like, hey, look, we have a limited amount of time for this item. It's a discount of 19%. And you go there and you're like, oh, it only takes 1,000 of these coins, the K coins. And you're like, well, what are they? They're $1 a piece, okay? So you're looking, basically for 1,000 coins. It's $10, okay? So on average, most of these weapons are costing 5,000 you can get some for $10, but most of them are like $50 a gun. Now, I'm sure you could probably grind your ass off and get enough of the crowns, which are also used, but it'll be like way, way more for the crowns needed to unlock a weapon in this game. And all this game centers upon is you very slowly leveling up your character and getting new weapons as you play on these maps. There doesn't seem to be any sort of incentive to keep playing this game unless you're one of these people that get off on one-shotting people from sniping posts and also just manipulating the mechanics of the game levels and hiding and shooting people and sniping them. And the other thing is that gets me is it lures you down that route of pay to win with the loot boxes and the pay to win aspect so bad, because not only do you have to deal with multiple different currencies, but you also have to deal with repair costs on all your equipment as you play, and it costs way too much to repair all your gear. So if you're thinking, I'm saving up all my money, I'm going to save it up and buy this really cool new AK-47 with a new attachment, don't even bother, because by the time you get close to having enough, you'll have to spend all that money to repair all of the gear that you currently have, or you can't even function in a match. Hands down, I hate to say it, but the game itself is structurally quite sound and fun to play. The level designs aren't the best, but I've seen way worse. It is a fun to play game. I haven't had voice chat working in it. I don't know if there's just like people have it turned off or what the deal is, but every time I've played, voice chat has been inactive, as they call it, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm assuming you have to be in a private match or something. I don't know, but the voice chat seems to be not working currently in it. And for a game that's been out since 2011 and has had a lot of updates, it's really a shame to say that there are far more first-person shooters on the market that are better than this in terms of gameplay, versatility, map level design, customization, and of course the multiple currencies needed to actually buy the equipment needed to be the top of the list. I mean, you can get more money just from hiding a whole match and not shooting a single bullet and just hiding like a bitch, and you can get more money and level up faster by doing that in one of these matches than going around and being a badass and shooting people, unless you got some high power weapon and you're getting nothing but straight headshots. In the end, I would have to say Warface is a very big disappointment. And even though it plays good and it looks good, and I do find it to be fun, in the end, I would say, hands down, stay away from this game. This is nothing more than a cash grab. I should have known, because it's published by Tencent, and we all know how Tencent is when it comes to greed. Yeah, definitely, Warface is a disappointment. It could have been better, and in the end, the main thing that ruins it is the high repair cost and the multiple pay-to-win microcurrencies in it that are shoehorned in a way to force you down to pay money to unlock a better weapon. Stay away from this title. It is not worth it, even if it is fun. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Leave in the comments below if you played Warface. Let me see your Warface. And if you find it to be a good game or not. If you spent money on this title or not. And remember, hit the like icon. It helps my channel out a lot. And I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Tell hot about face. Let me hear your war cry. No, you better do better than that. I want to hear a war cry. Choke yourself. Not with your hand, with mine.